Yeah, it's stupid out there.
What is that?
Buddha head.
BH.
Or, sorry, the original Buddha head.
So I'll be here tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Because Thursday's warehouse, right? Maybe I'll just come over here Thursday and talk to Mike. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll come over Thursday morning when he's here. And we'll talk with him and see what's going on. Do you need my phone? You don't need my phone? Here, here. Yeah?
Yeah.
And man's looking up. This house thing is really starting to look up. The value of my house has really
Gone up.
real up. A guy called me from Virginia yesterday. Want to buy my house. I said, you know what these houses are going for? I said, yeah, I have a really good idea. You know, I just got a house in my apartment. And he said he paid $160. My house needs work, so I know I'm not gonna get it for $160. But I think I can get it $130 or $140 easy.
I'm pretty sure you get 160. Houses are going up crazy. It's pretty fucking stupid.
Oh God, if we get 160,
For people who are selling, you know, properties
Yeah.
like that, they're making really good money. But for people who are trying to get into the
to
world,
buy, yeah.
are getting fucked. So it's like this giant, it's the same as it always is. It's the giant fuck off to the people that are trying to gain wealth, to the people who have the wealth.
That's why I'm so. You know, a friend of mine told me I was being really. He listened to the show, and he heard me say something about mortgages. And
What'd you say about mortgages?
in certain parts of the world, they don't have mortgages. You pay cash for a house.
Yeah, I know.
People
You said that,
yeah, instead of getting it right then, they save up for 15 years. Then they pay cash.
Yeah, but you could save for 15 years in this environment and never come close to buying a house. So how much do they cost?
True.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're paying rent that's beyond ridiculous.
But that's only if you are particular about where you live.
Well,
Some people aren't that particular, so that they can move into an area that's not top flight and get a home and really hook it up really, unbelievable.
true.
Put security on it and everything, and they're there.
I
So,
mean,
it's like I was telling
yeah,
you.
but if you have kids and there's no school district, if you have other things and
Yeah, of course I'm not speaking. I'm speaking for me.
yeah,
Not
you,
for other
someone who
people.
would live in fucking any situation,
Yes.
I get that, but we're
Yeah,
not
but
talking about, that's not
For the
most people.
everyday person, you're absolutely right. If they got kids, we have to have a good school system, and we don't want a lot of crime around here.
Well,
Well,
duh.
it's
That should be anybody, that's what anybody wants.
but almost everybody, no matter whether they're in a crime-infested neighborhood or not, they all want to be able to live without gunshots.
Yeah, I know, I'm not
Oh,
saying they
crazy.
don't, I
But-
agree with you.
Some of them are deep. Well, what I like now, man, a lot of these big corporations now, those that are what they call woke, so to speak,
Yeah,
they give a lot of opportunity to people that they weren't doing before. So I think this last 5 or 6 years has accelerated the purpose of helping people that really need the help.
you think?
Yeah.
Who's doing that?
A lot of these corporations,
What corporation?
they've been forced to do it, almost. Oh, a lot of them, man. A lot of the tech companies, they're giving opportunities to Asians and blacks, and they're putting money into bad neighborhoods, helping the school systems. Yes, a lot of that going on right now. That's what's happening right now in a lot of the urban areas. Because they were forced to do it by the so-called woke generation.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people there are organizations that go around that check these companies and say, well, how many blacks, how many Asians, how many women are working here? They all being paid the same, but, discrepancy in pay.
Yeah, I know.
And I never understood that.
Well, it's one of those things where you have to be careful because if it goes too far the other way.
Mm. This is the original Buddha here? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's a delight to smoke.
Is it?
Yes. I mean, for me, it has a really good taste. It's not shooting a lot of crap at you. The taste is straight, smooth. See, too much stuff going on sometimes get in the way of the flavor. If you got too many Turks going, and you got the gas going, and the pepper going, and this going.
Yeah.
Cut through all of that and just give me the taste. With a little teeny bit of sweetness. It ain't gotta be a lot, just a little bit. That's what I like.
A little bit of sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, women are supposed to be sweet, aren't they? And these are all women, aren't they? There you go. What are you doing?
Nothing.
You doing something.
No. Looking at the screen.
So I got this guy, what do we call it? L.A. Late. You familiar with it?
The what?
It's called L.A. Late.
The hell's that?
It's a financial show. And he has a crypto show that he does. I've been listening to it. We've been talking about when to invest, the best times to sit and wait with your money, the percentage of when to buy and all that kind of stuff. And don't just buy one coin. Don't just put all your stuff in one coin.
Yeah. I mean, you want to diversify everything you invest in.
Mm-hmm. So I've been listening to him for the last week or so. He does financial show. He tells people when they're going to get their stimulus checks and all that kind of stuff. He's really up on it. He has a whole bunch of people.
Stimulus check.
He has the most popular financial show going right now.
What's stimulus check? New stimulus, or the ones that they were supposed to get already?
Any ones that are coming, he gives you, if you listen to him, he'll tell you how to get grant money, all kinds of ways to get money from the government. Legally. It's not illegal, all legal stuff.
Yeah, I know.
In like 6 months, he had over 460 million views. I think he broke a record or something for that.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a lot of views.
And he does 3 shows a day, every day. A morning show, afternoon show, and an evening show.
Huh. What's it called again?
L.A. Late.
That's a weird fucking name.
I know. And I ran across it about a year ago, accidentally. And he started telling me when I was going to get my hit. He was right every time. He told me the day I was going to get my check. And he was right every time.
How the hell would he know when you're getting your check?
Because he knew, he had he knows when they're going out. And he knows how long it takes for the mail or if it's direct deposit. He has a whole bunch of people working for him. I think he might have, at one time, might have worked in the government from the way he talks. One time he might have. He comes off like he might be a little gay, the way he talks and acts, He might be, what they call it, BLTA, GTS or whatever.
LGBTQ.
Is Q the last letter? Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you positive? 'Cause I think they added a letter.
I don't think so, but they may have. LA Late News.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's the guy.
500,000 subscribers.
In like 6 months or so. Hello. Hi, kid. You gonna go up there? Look at us. Okay. Go ahead. Well, there's certain things about cats that are really nice. Be able to just be so agile.
I mean, yeah, but you have to murder things.
Yeah, that's part I don't like. You're right. They are the biggest murderers. I told you, 4 million birds a year. Cats kill.
To keep themselves entertained and fed.
And cats are very needy too. When they want to be very needy.
Trust me. I know. My boy cat is super needy.
He is. He's something else, man.
He's a big old baby. She not so much. I mean, she does it, but she does it quietly.
Yeah, different. Yeah.
Very quiet.
Okay, so who made this for you?
So internet company.
Oh, okay.
I found it online. I just had it. This is the only one that I could get to make.
So I want to make a bunch of these, and I want to make a bunch of smoke lucky ones, and I want to make small ones too, like badges.
Like badges, like stickers,
Yes, that's what I'm going to say. Stickers and bumper stickers.
like this one.
Yeah, but bigger, a little larger than that.
Oh. So I watched Nobody.
What?
I watched Nobody.
Was that a show?
Yeah, it's a movie.
That's about nobody?
It's about this dude who's like he was an auditor for the government, so he was an auditor. Someone like you, if you saw him, you didn't make it out.
Yeah.
It was basically a John Wick type thing where this
Yeah.
dude tried to fucking have a normal life and he way corrected the wrong way.
You overcorrected.
Overcorrected to the point where him and his wife weren't fucking, like they had pillows between each other.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like his
yeah.
kid, like he gets robbed and he's about to whoop this little girl in the head with a golf club and he doesn't. So he looks like a pussy to his kid.
Yeah, yeah.
But the reality is he knew that the girl didn't have any fucking bullets in the gun. So they were really no threat. You know what I'm saying? He knew they weren't a threat and they were just scared and fucking desperate, and it turns out they were because he broke into the fucking house and found out, yeah, because he was looking for a bracelet and he found them. And they're like, their kid was on oxygen.
It's called Nobody?
Yeah.
Does that take part? That's not a futuristic thing, is it? It's just
like
a normal story.
Normal story, yeah. Yeah, no futuristic shit. I mean, I did watch some of that, like this show called, there's a show out there called, Sweet Tooth. It's a comic.
Seems like I've heard that.
It's a comic that is, it's kind of crazy, because it's like, the premise is a virus shows up.
Shows up.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And it kills everyone. I think it's 100% death.
A super killer.
Like if your finger twitches, you're gonna die.
You did.
Yeah. So like it's one of those ones where the world pretty much ends because of, at the same time, every woman that's pregnant has they call them hybrid baby, which is kids that are basically half either goat or like one's a pig and she's got a pig nose, one's
What?
a deer and he has deer ear,
Get the
deer
fuck outta
antlers.
here.
Yeah, he's antlers and 2 little ears, but he looks like a regular kid. They're like half and half. It's
Yeah,
like
the hybrids.
nature is like, all right, well I'm gonna wipe out the fucking back because they can talk to the fucking animals too.
Where the animals talk?
Well, no, not literally.
Oh,
like,
but the ones that are hybrids
hybrids can
are connected to the animal.
Yes. So like,
Telepathically.
yeah, so it's like basically nature's like, yeah, this is the next step
do
of
it.
evolution, basically.
Nature threw a curveball in there.
Nah, it was like the humans are fucking everything up. They wouldn't leave shit alone, and it basically started because they did some ice. They were looking for
Some crazy shit.
They were looking for fucking shit in Alaska, you know, the fucking glaciers, and they pulled out a fucking ice
And it had some
that had
shit
some
in it.
life in it, and this
Yeah.
is what it was.
And it ran wild.
And it's killing everyone that gets it.
They really are afraid of that, you know. That's a fact.
You should be afraid of it.
They are afraid that they use all kind of precautions in the Arctic when they fuck around with shit like that.
Yeah, they should be very, very afraid of that. That is something I am not.
The same with bringing something back from outer space too.
Well, yeah.
They think that there are things. They think it's hypothetical. They think they are.
Well, that's that Life movie. You never saw Life, did you? With Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal. That premise is they found a cell.
That lives in space.
No, it was on Mars.
Okay.
They found a cell. It wasn't alive, so they bring it back to the space station, and they bring it back to life. And this thing turns out to be like it has every cell. It's like a plant in a sense that every cell can be any cell.
Okay.
Can be turned into any cell,
yeah.
which is pretty much every cell in everyone's body. But it was the way they were putting it was like the brain is throughout the whole body, and it morphed, and it was eating people, and it was doing all kinds of different things.
Crazy shit.
It ends up on a planet, and it's surprising there hasn't been a second one, because it kind of ended on one of those, like.
But when the movie ended.
Yeah, like now it's on planet Earth. What's it gonna do?
Like Cloverfield.
Yeah, but Cloverfield's different. Cloverfield, you saw the one that explained why that happened, right?
Yeah, the last one. When
Yeah.
they're in space.
Yeah, basically.
But there's still one more to go.
Dimensional rift.
Yeah, still one
Oh,
more.
I'm sure there's gonna be more than one.
The next one is they're supposed to show you. They're supposed to show you what came through more.
Yeah, actually show you.
Yeah. Because at the end, they showed one of them, and it was weird. It was gigantic. Big shit.
Is there another one?
Now, is that the one? Now, which one is that? No, that's a different one. The one where the guy kills his family?
What?
What's that one called?
Where the guy kills? What do you mean he kills his family?
Because you think the monster's going to get him there like on a pickup truck. And he ends up killing his family, and then the army comes.
Oh, that's The Mist.
Yeah, that's it.
That was a Stephen King book.
Yeah, that's a crazy one too.
Yeah, we're at the
Same
end.
premise.
Where at the end everyone thinks that they're gonna die.
They're gonna
so
die into the
everyone
world.
shoots themselves, and he's the only one that can't because there's not enough bullets.
Yep.
So he's just gonna be the one that deals with the monster, and then the army saves him.
Yep.
Yeah, would have saved them all.
Crazy. That idiot was above there, wasn't
Yeah, that was a motherfucker. That was one of them. All right, future and confirmed that the fourth Cloverfield film will be made and was in development. He further described the film as a true and dedicated theatrical release sequel. Was hired so it's being written still. The fourth one. You wanna go outside? Go bury your thingy. So yeah, I mean, that was a great premise. The first one wasn't my favorite movie. The second one was better. The third one, and again, the second one didn't really feel like it had anything to do with it until you know what I'm saying?
The second one was what? Hold it.
The second one was basically John Goodman.
John Goodman.
But
yeah.
it wasn't really like John Goodman separately was already a psychopath capturing people, and it just happened to happen at the time.
Doing it, yeah.
In the world.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was more cerebral than the other ones.
So I guess this Sweet Tooth, the comic, is pretty fucking dark compared to the movie. The movie was dark in itself, or the TV show was dark, because it has the premise is, okay, these hybrids came at the same time the virus came. So, what do you think people are doing? would you think people would do? A virus shows up that kills every person that gets it.
And
At the
hybrids-
same time, everybody that's giving birth to a fucking child gives birth to these hybrids.
They're probably killing the hybrids.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like they are.
That would be the thinking. I would
Yeah,
think.
they
Yeah,
are
yeah.
experimenting the fuck out of these kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah.
and trying to find. Like,
That's what
and
they
it's
would
gotten
do.
10 years later, the actual show takes place 10 years after this.
Okay.
Because he's like a 10-year-old kid.
Gotcha.
Like 10 or 11. So it takes place, 10 years after the world comes to an end. So by this point, yeah, they're still hunting them down. And there's a small group of people that are basically doing whatever they want to try to find a cure, type thing, and using hybrid.
Oh yeah, so experimenting and all kind of crazy shit.
Yeah, like the last episode of the last season of the first seasons, the doctors just scoop it because they found the doctor before him found that if you use the pineal gland of a live one, you can make not a cure but a medicine.
Yeah, like a
Yeah,
vaccine.
because that's how his wife, the dude's wife's had it since the beginning. So he said she had it for 10 years, but he's kept her alive with this.
With
fucking
just pineal
skeleton
gland
and
and
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, and he didn't know that's how they were making it. He just knew that.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's
So-
crazy.
Yeah, so I'm sure the comic is like, I can't imagine how dark it is. Like kids, because it was a kid with, he was like he looked like a lizard because he had lizard eyes.
Mhm.
Just the eyes. The mouth was human, but the eyes were lizard.
Yeah.
Actually, the mouth was a little bit lizard. It was like half and half.
Yeah.
I think he had a lizard tongue. But he was about to get his fucking pineal gland drained to try to find the fucking cure. Because there's another wave that's basically coming through.
They will get prepared for it.
Yeah, well the dude obviously doesn't want to die. I mean, that's definitely the premise is the guy, it's these humans that really don't want to fucking die.
You got all these different scenarios about the future, you know. But I'm telling you right now, we're getting ready to be in some deep shit, man.
What do you mean?
These aliens, man.
Oh, you think the aliens are gonna fuck us up?
I don't know. I don't think they're gonna fuck us up, but I think something's gonna happen, and it's gonna be a mix-up. Of course, it's gonna be our government's fault.
Yeah, you think they're gonna fuck like a couple?
See, I think they fucked up. That's why they want to admit now that UFOs are real. They done fucked up and done something wrong, and I think that's why they said in the last 2 years they just swarmed all the military bases, all of the.
Who's for? What?
They swarming them, man. Like 100 of them will show up, and they'll just fly out all around and cut off the electronics.
Hold on a second. You understand what it would take to travel to Mars, correct?
Yeah.
Imagine the technology you would need to travel through space at a level that you're talking, to where you can literally station outside.
There might be 2,000 years
2,000.
more or more. It might be 1 million.
2 million, 1 billion.
Yeah, but the point is,
We've been here for 8 billion
look
years.
what they're doing. They're doing stuff that's magic to us.
I get that. That's my point.
Yeah.
Why would they want? My point is what would they need from us besides the resources of the planet? I could see. Only thing I could see is maybe, like the magma of our planet is like they use it as a.
They take whatever they want, whatever they want it.
I,
They go into these volcanoes. They don't know. But maybe they're recharging their batteries in volcanoes. They don't know. But they go in and out of volcanoes, in and out of the water, under the sea. They ran down a U.S. submarine. They said they were going 560 miles an hour under the water.
really?
Yeah.
That's kind of silly.
And they can leave the water and go into the air. We don't have anything that can do that. They can take that kind of pressure. It's amazing that people aren't more tuned in. But I think they've indoctrinated people so much into thinking that this is a bunch of bullshit, that it works. Just like Trump works. You understand what I'm saying?
Just like Trump works.
Yeah. But it's crazy. They're having a thing on Fox tonight. They're gonna show some videos that nobody's ever seen before on Fox tonight. They're having a UFO.
On Fox what?
Fox TV.
Fox 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, again, if your intelligence is on that level, I don't.
Oh, you trying to figure out what they want from us?
That's not what they want from us. It's more of a, maybe they want to bring us into that mindset. Because again, traveling through space doesn't make sense.
I don't think they. Well, they through space. When you say traveling through space,
If you're going through space in a mortal body like we are,
oh no,
it doesn't make sense.
no.
Traveling through space as a energy, as a that type of situation, that makes more sense.
Well, I think that they've solved the inertia problem. Okay, where you don't get crutch.
It's not about inertia. It's about cells aging and dying. You would have to replace. You'd have to either be one of two things. You'd have to have learned how to wire your mechanical system, whatever you're in, to never. Everything fucking dies. Even metal rusts away. Everything goes away. This planet, at some point in the future, won't be here.
By our physics.
No, by physics in general.
No, it can't be physics in general.
I'm just saying, like, no,
Physics changes by vibrations. You understand what I'm saying? By frequencies.
different air. I get it.
Yeah. So, what's physics on Earth
Yeah.
don't necessarily apply to physics in another dimension or another solar system. Because we know, for one thing, or we think we know, by Einstein's theory, the faster you go, the slower you age. In other words, if we could travel the speed of light, and you and I left the Earth right now,
Yeah. The
when we
farther
get,
you get away
when we
from
get
it,
back, most of the people
the
we know
slower
will
your
be
cells
dead.
age, yes.
Yeah.
Because of relativity. I get that. That's my point. That's my fucking point. If you're going to go to another galaxy, there's no point in coming back. I would be of more of the belief of that the people that are spying on us are people that are from here. I would be more inclined to accept that theory than I would from another galaxy coming to talk to us. Because time is so relative that by the time they got here, everything that they knew and loved, and their planet might be gone by the time they get back.
Yeah, but they're on a whole different thing.
That's my point.
So it might not apply to them.
Right, but my point is I don't think it might not.
Yeah, it might not apply.
Because they figured out how to get into the actual universe the way you're supposed to. Maybe you travel by.
They can, and see another thing too. When they want to, they can blink off, almost like they go through a portal or something. They can completely disappear.
Blink off.
Yeah, because that Lieutenant Favor that he engaged you on, and it was so fast that he said they just disappear right before your eyes.
What?
Yeah. That was the Nimitz. I think that happened in 2018. You see it all?
No, I don't see her. She's out there somewhere. I mean, she can't get in anything,
Oh, okay.
so I'm not really that
Well,
concerned.
you puppy-proofed the backyard.
As much as I could. For a puppy, she's still a puppy.
Yeah, she is. You want to explore and shit.
Well, she's got her bones, so I'm assuming she's out there digging it in the ground somewhere. I just can't see her.
I'm looking too. I don't see her either.
Go ahead. Trying to figure out where.
Call her.
Oh yeah, I was hoping I could. Hey. talk to the people.
All right. He's out there with his dog. Uh-oh. The dog is somewhere. He's going to get the dog now. It's nice outside today, too. Very nice. Kind of hot, though, but the sun is really shining. It's probably really nice in the shade. Oh, this bud is really good. It's got a great taste. Doesn't leave a nasty taste in your mouth. It's got a good buzz. Who could ask for more? I better save some for him, but to smoke it all up. There they go. Ooh, wow. You just got a rush. Not bad at all. So this is original Buddha head. I got a Buddha in my head right now. Here they come.
Of course, she was the one place she wasn't supposed to be.
That's how
Says
you-
something.
that's
Maybe
how
we
you-
don't know all the laws of physics, which I don't disagree. Mr. Lucier.
That's my friend.
Oh, Henry.
Henry
Yeah.
Lucier.
Did I say it right?
Yeah, you were close.
Oh,
It's Lucier.
I mean, I don't disagree with that. I don't know. I'm just of the mindset that how fragile and how feeble this life is that we live. I can't imagine, and how feeble all life on this planet is. Again, that doesn't mean that there's not different types of life, blah 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 blah, or entities that have figured out how to transcend past their mortal shells.
Yeah, or just so far advanced
That's what I'm saying.
in medicine, in science,
Yeah, transcend past that point that you
that you have
shell,
physical problems.
Well, your shell matters.
Yeah, right. Or that you even have any kind of physical
Yeah,
problem.
that's when. Well, I mean, the reason why the shell matters is because it dies. The machine
Right,
dies.
it wears out,
Your car always breaks down.
always. Man hasn't built anything that
So
doesn't
when you're
break
dealing
down.
with space, if you leave, you're going to break down slower than the person that was still here. So everything, it's one of those things where if you're coming from another galaxy, there has to be some other ramification than just resources.
Right.
Because resources aren't enough. It has to be something of the sense of trying to expand the knowledge or the network. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe there are gateways.
And some resources to a certain degree.
Because there could be gateways that they have developed that make it travel instant. Because
Yeah.
maybe time, space and time
Instant.
can be bent.
Instant.
I don't know if that's true or not.
But,
no one does.
well, something's happening like that. That's the point I'm making when I say they disappear. Or they travel.
Well, that
Listen.
could just be fucking. That could
No,
be
listen.
the fact that they
Listen.
can change their molecular compound so that we can't see it.
Or they travel so fast
Or they're
that you can't see them.
or they're just in a wavelength that we don't see.
But they can come in and out of it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They can control.
They
wavelength.
manipulate
Yeah.
the space around them.
Because our eyes don't see shit. If you think about the wavelengths and the
Yeah, the color
radiations and the
spectrum and
things
all
that are
that.
happening constantly throughout this
Right.
moment right here,
Right.
I wouldn't see you
Right.
if our eyes weren't so shitty. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't see you at all. So if they can go, okay, well this species sees in this wavelength, well we just make sure we're not in that,
In that wavelength.
Yeah. If they can travel from another galaxy, then they definitely can do that. But I think it's more. I am of the theory that it's people back 10, 20,000 years ago figured out how to leave the planet
Okay, I see where you're coming from.
and left.
Cherry to the gods type shit.
Yeah, left the planet, and during that time something happened. Because again, in 10,000 years, a lot can happen. You can lose whole civilizations.
A ton of shit could happen.
A ton of shit can happen. So they go and travel off and go to another galaxy and check the first, because whatever that Ramadan, whatever that closest planet is, they go to see if it's livable.
I think that's a Proxima B. Yeah, I think it's called Proxima B.
You know,
It's
and-
two of them, Proxima B and a Proxima A. And they're in a binary system. I think they're 43 light years away. Was it 29? It's the closest one to us.
Yeah. I mean,
That's where the grays are supposed to be from. You got two different kind of grays. You got grays that are kind of a green color. You got grays that are gray. They're from the Proxima A and B. This is what I was told.
I mean,
This is no definite science. Is what
I know.
No, nobody get carried away with.
What
I'm
if
saying.
it's a simulation? Is it all simulation?
I think so.
Even the aliens are part of the simulation in that sense.
Yeah, in fact, what maybe the aliens set up the simulation.
Yeah. Okay. So is it an experiment like Prometheus type shit, like Alien?
Yep, because I believe they have bases on the moon and bases here on Earth, but like under the earth or in the ocean. They go back and forth all the time. Because you know those last UFOs that they, the last films that they had of UFOs, they were pyramid shaped.
What?
Yeah, they were pyramid shaped.
You didn't see that one.
Oh, you didn't see it? Yeah. They're shaped like pyramids. They swarmed one of these big battleships. It was an aircraft carrier. I think there was 24 of them.
You know how hard it would, how much energy it would take in our world, the way we live, to get a pyramid-shaped object
To fly.
into space?
To fly?
No, into space.
You're right.
Like maybe they built it. Maybe 15,000 years ago they had a space station, and some shit happened, some android or some, you know.
Well, you know the theory of the pyramid, right?
Oh, my computer shut down.
There were pyramids on every continent.
Yeah.
The
Wait.
Chinese had pyramids.
There's pyramids on the north, on this continent. No, there's some on
in South America.
South
Yeah,
America.
Mexico too, I believe.
Mexico has pyramids. You're right.
Yeah, South America and Mexico. I
Yeah, it's
believe.
just not north. They didn't make it
Right.
here. If they did, they
Well,
rotted.
we haven't found them.
Yeah, if they did, they rotted away.
Yeah, well, we haven't found them. They're covered with.
Well,
forests.
stone's not as fucking.
Because most of the ones.
They used what was somewhat abundant in the region
General area.
to make it. You're not getting stone as quarries like that here as well as you are, maybe.
Well, it depends on where you are here in America.
Well,
But
yes,
yeah, you're right. As a
but
rule,
even then,
no.
it's covered in a fucking goddamn. You see it now, but it used to be covered in forest.
Right.
So
Exactly.
it was underground, so you'd have to look for
You
it.
had
So,
to look
but
for it.
using wood to make pyramids would still be feasible.
Yeah.
Not
Well, how
as
long they
big.
would last.
Not as big. Well, they wouldn't last very long. That's
Right.
why we wouldn't be able to find them.
That's what. Yeah. That's why they probably didn't make them out of wood.
No, I'm saying. Yeah, but. Whatever. I don't know.
What are you drinking?
Athletic Greens. It's like a all-in-one little veggie drink.
Yeah. I've been juicing a little bit.
I did juice for a long time, or for a couple months, but this is easier. This gives me a lot of the shit I can't find. It's pretty well sourced. The people, you know, got good critiques, I guess you would say.
Yeah. Good feedback.
I like the taste. It's easy to do, and it's better than it's. I always like. Basically, it's a fucking pill. It's a vitamin, but I don't like taking vitamins. This is easier to me taking this drink than taking
Everything,
vitamin
a
pills.
bunch of pills.
Yeah, I'll fucking forget it. With this, I never forget it. I always take it right before I eat.
I have to take blood pressure medicine. I have to take it every day. So that's the first thing I do in the morning with my breakfast. Whether I drink my breakfast or I eat my breakfast, I have to take these 3 little pills every morning.
I used to have to do that with meds. I had Zoloft, Vyvanse, and Wellbutrin. 3 different pills I took every morning. And the only reason I took them every morning, because if I didn't, it sucked. I had the zaps, so it was like, it was not hard to forget.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where vitamins, there's benefit to it, but you don't feel the
Well, that's it. Right.
This, I enjoy the taste. So, it's like a treat. Kind of tastes like a shitty bubble gum. You know? Then I've been trying prune juice. Prune juice is really good.
Prune juice is good. I like prune juice.
You know, a glass of that kind of it's aside the want to have a fucking pop, which I really don't want.
Yeah, that pop thing.
You know,
I let
the
that
coffee is
I
it's
let
more
the-
to stop me from drinking so much caffeine. Because if I replace a little prune juice, which is good for the digestion,
It is.
I'm not drinking as much coffee. As if I could, I'd drink coffee all fucking day.
Just like I was telling my friend, at this point in my life, I'm gonna pretty much eat and do what I want to do.
Yeah, but
It's all reward. From here on out, dude, it's all reward. I paid my dues.
but I haven't paid my dues.
I lived to be 70 years old.
If I did that, if I keep doing the way I was, I wouldn't make it.
Oh no, I'm not. No, don't get me wrong. Every now and then, what I mean is every now and then I'll do a guilty pleasure.
Well, I mean, I don't eat well. If you were to like take, if I were to actually write down everything I eat, it wouldn't look good.
It wouldn't look good.
No, that's why I take this, is because it helps like replace,
Balance it out.
balance it out a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then not eating from 8 or 9 o'clock at night till now. Like I ate, last night I stopped eating at 9. I had a piece of cheese,
And see, we're in
an apple with peanut butter.
And see, we're in a eat me society. Eat me. You know, you look at any commercial things on TV. You look at TV, and I say 90% of all the commercials is food.
Yeah.
Eat
Oh
me.
yeah, dude, it's hard.
Eat me.
Like
I got a new chicken sandwich this week, and it's got some extra stuff on it.
Oh,
Chipotle.
man.
You gotta have this one. And then next week somebody else comes out with one with
Rain
I
company.
don't know honey on it. You know, it's crazy.
Well, I mean, it's.
But it's all the same thing.
I know.
Some dried up meat.
Yep. Bad fed. Because none of it's got. If it was fed with real food, like it's supposed to be grass and shit, that's part of the problem. That's another thing I changed too. Is I actually add those things in. Like I eat eggs that are grass fed. You know.
Right.
Or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Pasture raised, not in a cage. And it sounds stupid, but
But it's not.
it's not.
It's
No.
not stupid at all.
It actually,
It's, we see,
we're supposed to be eating that shit.
yeah, and we've gotten away from that to just industrial type foods that they crank out like, you know.
They don't have to do that. They only do it because it makes them money.
Exactly.
It makes them more money than the other one does. If
It,
it didn't make them more money, if we could figure it, like if you made the rules so that you made more money from wholesome food than you did from shit food, all the food would be wholesome. But
So-
also we need to eat less as humans.
we definitely need to eat less.
We live in a world
And we wait, you know the average American wastes 40% a year, wastes 40% of the food that they buy.
Yeah.
40%, that's
mean,
a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of food, man.
Because it's not set up properly like it used to. Like it used to be farmers markets and it used to be places you go and you get food that day. Now you have you gotta go to the fucking Kroger because that's the only place that has fucking fresh
And
food.
not just that, we're on this how much can you eat type binge. You know, these hamburgers, you can get a single, a double, or a triple. I mean, you know, we're on
That's been
bigger.
like that since I was a kid. Supersize started when I was a fucking child. They started the whole supersize thing and then they
And that's
got
when
rid of
the
it.
kids started getting fat.
Well,
Kids
Yeah.
we were talking about it, me and a couple of friends were talking about it the other day. If you look at any of the old pictures from the 70s and the 60s that we took, everybody is slim. Everybody looks like they're in great shape. You take a picture of kids today, not so much. Yeah, most of them are bigger than they're supposed to.
You know
be,
why?
Because of the food you're eating.
Well, because when you were a kid, fat was actually used. When I was a kid, fat was the bad word. So everything was fat free,
Right.
which was not fat free. It was just fat, like the actual thing you needed.
And good fat and bad fat.
No, there's just fat. I mean, you make the fat. You know what I'm saying? It's whether it's the stuff that helps
You
determine
mean
where
your
the fat-
body makes the fat?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
You know, it's just the different, when you eat other animals' fats, they help determine where your fat goes. Yes, that's what it is. So if you're not eating a lot of fat, but you're eating a lot of calories, you're still creating a ton of fat, but you don't have any of the fat there to help the other fats move to where they're supposed to move. And I'm really simplifying it
Yeah.
to an extreme, but the basic premise is when you eat good fats from an animal that's been eating good food, that good fat helps herd
Like
your
grain-fed
direct-
stuff.
not grain fed, grass fed.
I meant to say
Yeah.
grass-fed, right?
When it helps herd your other fats that you're making with your body into the places they're supposed to
They're
be,
supposed to
and
be.
not on your fucking arteries, because fat's not supposed to be in there. It's supposed to be on the outside.
Abdomen
only.
and shit.
Which exercise creates hormones that do that too. You know what I'm saying? There's all kinds of different things that do that. It's just, you know, some animal fat, you know, especially like omega-3s in the fish and
Right.
shit like that. It all like helps with your brain, helps build the fat cells around your body like
You
it's
got
supposed to be.
fats to help with the joints and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, there's fat and everything. You know, so I don't know. It's once they took us off fat, that's when the world changed. That's when the world got stupider. The sugar, basically. Well, I mean, your brain's not supposed to work off of fucking sugar, and that's all our brains work off of. And if you're constantly feeding your brain the wrong fucking energy, it's like giving a car that's a race car 89
The wrong gas.
89 unleaded.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna run.
But it's not gonna.
Over time, eventually, that fucking race car is gonna break the fuck down because it's not been running properly.
Right.
On the proper gas.
On the proper gas, that octane level.
Your brain's supposed to work off the fat of your body. It's supposed to use that fat to power itself.
Energy.
Yeah. So, that, I mean, how do you, it's big, it's an addiction problem.
Oh, without a doubt.
This country's addicted to sugar, like,
Oh, we're
beyond
addicted.
belief. But it's one of those things, it wasn't really a choice a lot of people had.
Well,
You weren't
it was a
told-
choice that a lot of people couldn't make.
Well, for one, you weren't told it was wrong.
Right. You were given bad information.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for the most part, bad information.
And
Super
the bad foods were cheaper than the good foods.
Oh yeah, that's another thing too.
Yeah.
It's also the system's rigged for you to buy the bad shit.
It is.
You
It's
know?
all set up for you. That's why when you go to the grocery store, all the bad shit is right there.
Back to
Right
rich
there.
people wanting to keep poor people poor, because
And unhealthy.
and unhealthy because they won't eat their own fucking product. Like I'd never sell anything if I wouldn't smoke it,
Right.
unless it was something that was a tangy, something I knew was a flavor that people like purple.
Right. That people wanted.
Yeah, people want it. I wouldn't, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna. If it's bunk weed,
I'm not gonna put it out there.
No,
It's not the thing to do.
I'll eat it.
Yeah, it's not the thing to do. You're right.
Eat it and deal with it. With these fucking people, I mean, that's why I never dealt with coke and anything like that either. Because
That's why even when I was young, I used to deal weed. I tell everybody, if you don't like it, bring it back and I'll give you your money back. I never stiffed anybody like that, you know. Gave them bad stuff and they really didn't want it.
yeah, I mean, I get angry when people complain, but that's just my ego being a bitch.
And well, to a certain degree, you're right, but some people are just,
Yeah, I know.
you know,
I
they're just
mean,
assholes.
I know who. I don't deal with them people. Luckily, I have one or two, but I know who they are. And
Yeah, right.
I know how to.
And you
like-
put them where they're supposed to
And
be.
even the people that I don't know. Eventually I don't give a shit. It's just at first it's like, really? Are you gonna fucking $60 and ain't the shit we're buying?
Yeah.
I get it wasn't the best, but at the same time, go fuck yourself. It wasn't that bad.
Go fuck yourself.
Fuck off. I mean, I wouldn't have gave it to you if I didn't think I smoked some of that.
If it was rat
yeah,
shit,
if it was 20%.
Right.
But it was just, it's too floral.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's too floral.
You know, gotta deal with it, I guess. But I don't know. Who knows? It's one of those things where you go to Sweden and you drink a Mountain Dew, it don't taste like Mountain Dew. Because it's half the sugar.
Yeah.
And they don't have a problem. It's like the nicotine pods. The reason why the nicotine pods were so bad here is because they were allowed to put a crazy amount of nicotine in them.
You know, yeah.
Where other countries limited them to a very small amount, so they're less addictive. Less people get addicted to them. But, you know,
It's crazy.
we don't give a shit.
We don't.
We don't. As long as the profit goes up, that's all that matters in this country.
In fact, we don't give a shit to the point where they know something is bad for you, but they'll sell $20 billion worth
Yeah.
and pay a $1 billion fine
Yeah.
when they get caught.
Yeah.
But they made $19 billion off of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. That's definitely something they'll do. And there's no ramifications. They just move on with their life.
Yeah, exactly. They just move on with their life and keep on living a billionaire life.
Yep. Yep.
And don't get me wrong. You know, all billionaires aren't bad. I'm sure all of them aren't bad. All of nothing is bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
It's just hard to understand the thinking sometimes of these billionaires. Like, really, what are they thinking?
They're thinking that they're better
Because-
than you.
Because they're billionaires because those people.
No, not to them.
Oh, you don't think so?
No. No. I think maybe one or two.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, no. Let's say 5%. Because there's 600 and something billion billionaires in our country. So let's say 5% of that. Maybe 10%. So 60. 60 of them. We'll give credit where credit is due.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, still collect the money, enough money that a god could live for fucking lifetime.
Forever.
And then complain about the fucking inflation.
And complain about taxes.
Yeah, and
And
complain
they're
about-
making money like hotcakes.
It's like, dude, once you hit 1 million,
Yeah, what's going on?
yeah, like how do you get to that point and go, I need 1,000 more of these to feel secure. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, and then, you know, I did a little bit of research, and man, you're right about this Amazon dude, this Bezos dude.
yeah, he's a bad dude.
Man,
He's a psychopath. He's one of the reasons our country's fucked.
they don't want anybody to work long term.
No, 3 years you're out.
You're out.
Yeah, because they saw what happened to GM and shit. Once GM, you know, these big companies that were ruling the world back in the 80s and 90s and 70s and 60s, they saw what happened. By letting them get fucking tenure and retire, it brought the businesses down and they had less value because there was so much baggage. And he don't want baggage. He wants his shit to be worth what it's worth so he can go to space.
Yeah, well, he's going.
That's literally what this is probably all about.
He is on his way.
He's literally watched people lose their
I
houses.
think he's taking his brother with him.
Starved,
I think
yeah.
His brother and somebody bid at $28 million the other day. They didn't have a name to who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
28 million?
Yep.
I mean, it's just a
That was the
billionaire.
highest bid.
It's just a billionaire. What's 28 million to a billionaire?
Nothing. You make that in interest in a week.
It's silly.
$1 billion is a lot of fucking money.
To have billionaires means you have to have a structure that's fucking the people below them.
Yeah. That's a capitalist society, man.
Yeah. Because their cost to start up businesses is so high.
And the only way they can become multi-millionaires and billionaires is off the backs of a lot of poor people.
Yeah. You're stealing
Seriously, it
people's
is,
wealth.
man. It is. It's a horrible pyramid that they built. It's like, to give an example, it's like in black neighborhoods all over America. There are no brand name supermarkets. There are second-rate supermarkets or third-rate supermarkets. They sell,
Yeah, Spartan brand.
they sell bad meat and bad produce.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
And it's horrible, man. So if you don't have a car and you live in the city, whether you're black or white or Hispanic, whatever you are, if you live in the inner city and you don't have a car, you're eating bad food every damn day.
Mm-hmm. Dollar General. Because the thing is outside the cities, in the fucking rural areas, Dollar General is doing the same fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is they don't offer shitty vegetables and fruits.
Right.
They just offer processed bullshit.
You're absolutely right.
So, because that's what's happening that's why you lose all the supermarkets out there failing. Like, dude, it's crazy.
It is.
It's like, we don't give a shit what happens to your neighborhood. We only care that you give us your money.
Cash money.
Yep.
What do they say? Cash is king.
Dollar General is literally just sucking wealth out of every area.
Cash is king.
Because they don't pay anything.
And then they bought up, they bought up Family Dollar, and I think they bought the other one too. I think they bought up something Tree, Dollar Tree.
Jesus.
I think they bought up both of them. They definitely bought up Family Dollar. All Family Dollars are turning into Dollar Generals now.
God damn it. Dude. It's like, didn't we learn 100 years ago the same shit was happening?
It's greed, man. It's straight up greed.
Dude, they're gonna fucking burn it down.
Now, to give you an example of what I mean. Now, before the pandemic, all these companies said, no, we can't pay $15 an hour. We'll go broke. No, we'll have to raise the price of everything. We can't pay 15. Now, they can't find workers. Oh, they're paying 15, 16, $17 an hour. Now, all of a sudden, they can pay it. You see what I'm saying?
They could pay it before.
Of course they could.
I know.
But now
McDonald's and Burger King strive. They have restaurants in Sweden where they pay at least $20-something an hour to start.
I'm sure.
And they give them vacation time.
All
and
that
all
good
those
shit. All the good shit.
Yep. And they still have stores there.
And they're
still
making
profit.
money.
Yep.
They're
Because
profitable.
if they weren't profitable, they
They
wouldn't,
wouldn't
be
be
there.
there.
There's too many
Bottom
other
line.
places in the world where they'd be profitable. They are definitely profitable in that situation. So to say they couldn't be is bullshit. It's just that the CEOs would make less money. That's
Yeah.
all.
I got a text from the girl in the Philippines today.
Yeah.
She said, I wish I had some money so I can get some McDonald's. Yeah. She wants to eat some McDonald's, but she don't have the money. So McDonald's is everywhere. Crazy, right?
I know. So we gotta figure. I think it's just we gotta start investing in companies that are gonna like farmers markets. Start building farmers market areas, but it's about. The problem is it's the profit margins are so fucking insane that
Well, see, we got to bring up everybody at the same time.
you have to have an extra thing paying for it because it won't make any fucking money.
That's why you have to bring everybody up at the same time. That's the point I'm making.
I know, but it's like these areas are empty. There's no one in them. And the people that are in them are fucking crackheads or people that are mentally ill.
It's like right now.
Which is a crackhead. A crackhead's mentally ill. But
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They're not people stable enough to actually hold down jobs.
And I think it's more meth heads now than even crackheads.
In this area?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure
Meth is
that's
big.
cheaper.
Now, what is the stuff in these little things look like CO2 canvases? What is that?
Whippets?
Is that what it's called?
Nitrogen? Nitrous?
You used to go certain places, they're all over the sidewalk in certain places.
Yeah, it's whippets.
Okay.
It's like, you never did nitrous back in the day. It's a laughing gas
Oh, okay.
that they give you at
Like
the
they put in
hospital.
balloons?
Yeah. It's the shit they put in balloons.
Yeah, but you talk all thing like this.
No, that's helium.
Oh, so I've never had
It's the
this.
stuff that makes you go.
I've never had that stuff.
Last time I did it, it went
Wow.
to literally, I lost all sight,
Wow.
went completely black, and all I could think was, nah, this is supposed to happen, and then
No, we're back up.
everything came back.
Because it doesn't last that
I'm
long.
not doing that again.
It don't last that long, right?
No, it's a split second.
Yeah, but it's not a good feeling.
No, it is for some people. Some people like if Snoop was on one of his that movie with Wiz Khalifa, he takes him into a dentist's office and they basically rent the dentist office for a couple hours and smoke weed while sucking on the nitrous. Because if you know, but this wasn't night. This is a whippet. This is night.
Yeah,
it's different.
Yeah.
You know, but it's a better grade. It's medicinal grade.
Right.
You know, it's shit you would get in balloons if you're at a rave.
Yeah.
Which is supposed to just make you feel ooh. I guess I don't fucking know.
It's crazy.
I never was around it, but you know, I didn't go to raves. I don't like to dance. I mean,
I don't like to dance.
I don't mind dancing.